Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem Rakak Radash. This is y&ymission. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission is affiliate camp of GMS. Just want to bring out this pharmacy, Rite Aid, basically closing. They filing for bankruptcy for the second time. So I'm going to bring out a video and some scriptures.
Rite Aid is threatening to close all of its pharmacies after the company declared bankruptcy again yesterday. Maddie White has a look at how it could impact people throughout the inland Northwest.
How would it impact your life if this place closed?
I mean, that would be a big trouble.
Rite Aid pharmacy customers are worried.
If we shut down, I really don't know where I can get the medicines from, like nearby here.
Worried for themselves and others in Washington.
I know a lot of elderly people who struggle a lot getting to pharmacies when it's way out of the way.
For the second time in a year and a half, Rite Aid has declared bankruptcy. This time is different. Its CEO says they're going to have to sell or close. In a news release, they wrote, the company is working to facilitate a smooth transfer of customer prescriptions to other pharmacies. The potential closures could add to what are known as pharmacy deserts in the state.
Reducing that number is really going to increase the desert size.
According to a 2022 University of Washington study, since COVID, 1.2 million Washingtonians don't
I'm gonna skip. I don't know why it's doing this. It's crazy, man. Slocky. I can't get out of there. Alright, well, anyway, I was trying to bring out the a video, let the video play, but basically Rite Aid is their ass is up out of there. And let me see if I could do this.
It's different. It's
That number is really going to increase the desert size.
According to a 2022 University of Washington study, since COVID, 1.2 million Washingtonians don't live close to a pharmacy, making them less likely to get prescriptions or vaccines. Rite Aid owns 1 in 10 pharmacies in Washington state. That means, on the chopping block, 95 Rite Aids and 39 Bartell drugstores, also owned by Rite Aid.
We've already had some patients switch over to us.
Even if the corporation does sell,
We're just seeing more and more trouble. It's just going to continue to get worse until we continue to pass some more legislation.
Washington independent pharmacist Matt Binder says the owners of mail-order pharmacies make it hard for anyone to compete.
Even the biggest chains, which can buy drugs cheaper than any independent can, are having some major problems with these PBMs.
Kind of sucks. Like, it's nice to have like that option to like be able to like go get things you need.
Maddie White, King 5 News.
Okay, so as you can see, Esau will have you believe that going to his pharmacies and whatnot will heal you, okay? And that's what a lot of these heathen nations, okay, these heathen nations and you so-called tribes, okay, House of Israel tribes, this is what you all believe, okay? But these are nothing but these pharmacies, CVS, Rite Aid, Eckert's, Walgreens, all that bullshit are nothing but witchcraft, okay? You see the sign right there, okay? It's all it is witchcraft, all right? So we basically will go into it. I'm going to prove it with the scriptures and the information I'm bringing out, okay? Rite Aid is a pharmacy chain in the United States known for offering a mix of pharmacy and retail products, okay? Cool, all right? What does Rite Aid mean? Rite Aid is likely an intentional misspelling of right. No, it's not. All right. So we know Esau, is a liar. Okay. What does right mean in the Bible? In Christianity, okay, wacky tacky Christians. This is why a lot of them are crazy. All right. Because they own a lot of what? Rights. Okay. They own a lot of prescription drugs and meds. A rite can refer to a sacred ceremony, such as anointing of the sick, which may or may not carry the status of a sacrament. All right. See? So in English, the word rite ordinarily means the ceremonies, prayers, and functions of any religious body. See? So when you go to these when you go to these Rite Aids, okay, these pharmaceutical places, they're putting spells on you, okay? And that's why you take this shit and it has what? Side effects. Because they are spells, okay, that you're ingesting into your body, okay? They cover up, they use the body to mask what is wrong with the spirit, okay? That's what these pills, all these depressions, all these things that are medications that these people are on, okay? So what is the full meaning of rite? A ceremonial or formal solemn act, observance or procedure in accordance with prescribed, okay, prescribed pharmacy, prescribed rule or custom, as in religious use, okay? So they casting spells on you in these pharmacies. When you ingest these things into your body, they use the body. Esau uses the body to mask the spirit, okay? So basically what I'm trying to say is he will use the body by prescribing it certain drugs to make the body calm down or go numb or limp to what is really going on, putting a band-aid over what's really going on, and that is the spirit is unclean. People have unclean spirits on them. That's basically what this is, okay? The pharmaceutical drug and the health industry masses spiritual ailments with not only the 2/3 with the 2/3 and the heathens, okay? So you take these things, Esau manipulates your body, lies to your body, so it can mask your spiritual uncleanliness, okay, and hide the fact that you have demonic or evil angels upon you, okay? So I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, all right? And there's penalties for using this. So basically, this is witchcraft, okay? Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I am even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Salakia, deliver out of my hand, okay? And who is that? Yahweh, okay? So he will make you sick, okay? He will, he'll heal you, okay? He'll wound your mind, wound your body, okay? And it's up to him if he wants to kill you, all right? So that's basically all there is to this, all right? It's no, okay, you know how Esau always exaggerates and exacerbates certain, claims and, different theories he has about the body and this and that. Okay, it's all the Most High. The scriptures speak, and he knows this, but he's pulling a wool, okay, over the 2/3 of the heathens, okay? They believe this shit, but men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, the prophets, okay, they don't. We know the truth, okay? So what? Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Okay, correct. And what is Rite Aid? A pharmacy, okay? Physicians, okay, work at the pharmacy, okay? All right. So, Esau is casting spells on the people that are on these meds, these psychotropic drugs, okay, ADHD, okay, you name it, Tourette's, okay, palsies and different things. Okay, these are all spirits that are on you, okay, and on the people. That's the problem. A lot of people have evil spirits on them, okay, and he wants to explain this away by his healthcare in science, okay? Science just means knowledge, okay? But he's full of shit, all right? Ecclesiastes 30 and 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, okay? And a strong body above infinite wealth, okay? So basically having your health is good, you know what I'm saying? It's above all good, your body, okay? Your mind. In good straits. And how do you do that? By repenting, by not taking these drugs, these witchcraft laced, okay, these spells, these medications have spells in different things. They immobilize or hinder the body from letting you know. They put a band-aid on your spirit, okay? And your spirit needs to be clean, okay? The people's spirit in this society needs to be clean. They're all fucked up. These women are fucked up. All kinds of post-traumatic stress syndrome, or these traumas and different things like that, okay? And then the food is a mess, okay? So, you know, how do you combat all this? You get in these scriptures, okay? You take counsel from the men of the Lord, the servants of the Lord, okay? You believe, you have faith, okay? That's a major way to, you may be sick right now, but you have to have faith that you will be healed. You have to come back to the true understanding, okay, and wisdom and knowledge of the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay? You can't put your trust in men. A lot of these people, like I said, they put their trust in Esau, this white man, and what do they trust? They trust his health, his healthcare system, his airline industry, because he can move. These are quick fixes that people have. They can hop on a plane and get out of Dodge quick, get away quick from whatever they running from. Try to get out of their lot. What do stars, okay, these people that come up in this wicked ass Hollywood industry, music industry, what do? They $600 and a plane ticket to wherever, to California or to New York, to get out of their lot, okay, to make a deal with the devil, okay? And this healthcare industry, Esau's healthcare industry does that. Quick fixes to mask the spiritual ailments, okay, that need to be cleansed, okay? That's why people love him. That's why these heathen and these 2/3 let him get away with what he gets away with, okay? Because he puts band-aids on the heathens, and particularly you tribes, you northern and southern, Black and Latino and Native American tribes. He put quick fixes on your problems, okay, and on your health. And then you think everything is sweet. And then the Most High calls you home early or takes away everything from you quick. And then you out here looking stupid, and you got your family looking stupid because you're trying to go around what the Heavenly Father has set out for you, and you're trying to use this man, okay, the man of sin, okay, Esau, Edom, to cover up and hide your problems, okay? When you really, a lot of this is spiritual. You have unclean spirits from the beginning. Plus, you're being judged for things you did in your past life, okay? Reincarnation, okay? Everybody comes back, all right? So, you know, health and good state of body are above all gold, okay? And a strong body and above infinite wealth. And that's what these celebrities, okay, these billionaires, these, you know, they're usually sick, especially as they get up into age, okay? They replace the hearts. That's why the organ trafficking is going on, okay? Especially for Jake's stuff, organ and his melanin, okay, is just as much as gold, if not more, you know? So because a lot of people, these Edomites and these heathens, are sick, and they have the resources and the power right now over Jake to take advantage of his body parts and different things like that. All right, not putting you as donors and then setting you up to be killed, putting that. Now I don't know if that's going to be on a real ID, but you do know that that's on the regular license state to say if you want to be a donor or not. They may have it so you have to be a donor, or you know, do all these web lies and laws that he's creating. He's automatically going to make you a donor. I don't know. You never know with Esau, okay? But you have to have your good health, okay, in your body. That's above money. That's above your possessions. That's above, okay, gold, and okay. So look, Ecclesiastes 30:17. Death is better than a bitter life or continuing sickness. And being on these pills, okay, and being bitter, dealing with these side effects, okay, they're going to be, Most High is basically saying death is better. Death is better than you being on, taking pills and different things and vaccinations for the rest of your life or half your life. Okay, and that's what this society is accustomed to. And that's what these 2/3 and these heathens, they like that. They like to be sedated. They like to run, escapism. And because, you know, just taking these generic and these medications isn't enough, what are they doing? They're smoking, they're drinking, okay, indulging in smoking different things, weed, coke, okay, PCP, because they can't escape. Okay, what Esau has prescribed to them isn't enough, so they need stuff that's harder to escape because they're demons. Okay, these people got unclean spirits and demons on them. That's why you're sick. Okay, that's why you spazzing out. That's why you crashing out. Okay, that's why you see these people, this shit happening to these people. All right. Leviticus 19:31. Okay, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Okay, so yeah, so you know, and this goes for going out to regard not them that have familiar spirits. Who are these? CVS, okay, Eckerd's, Walgreens, okay, Rite Aid, okay, these major pharmacies, even in Safeway and Walmart, all these places, you know, regard not them that have familiar spirits. Okay, these places have familiar spirits on them. Okay, they cast spells on these different medications. Okay, and they do this with the music industry. Okay, it's some videos and stuff in the past I looked at, and they said they were cast spells on the master copies of the CDs. Okay, the master copies of the CDs. We all know about masters. They always say, oh, you own your masters, this and that. Okay, it's always one master copy, and it's golden, that these record companies and that these artists, they either fight over or they hold. Okay, because that is the bread and butter. And from that one gold copy that they record the song or the music on, they make duplicates, okay, and other copies, okay, they send them out, okay, with CDs and on the world, and even with the MP3, they make, once the artist or the record company gets a hold of that one only version, they cast a spell on it and they put it out to the world. And that's what you got people with playing certain music, they spaz out, okay, they do hits, they do drugs, they have sex, they do certain things to certain music, okay, not only the frequency, but it's casting a spell. And they do this, the same theme, the same practice, they do it with the pharmaceuticals. Okay, they make up this stuff in a lab, okay, to mask and use the body to numb the unclean spirit. Okay, and then they, you know, once they come up with the final formula that'll work, then they cast a spell on it, and then from there they send it to China, okay, and make all this, you know, and China sends it back, you know, and sends it out. All right, so like I said, they do the same thing with the fashion. Okay, they cast spells on certain fashion and everything, and then they want Jake, they put it out there, and Jake and them, the tribes, eat it up, okay, and then the heathens eat it up too. So this whole society is about casting spells, the words, certain words you use, okay, even the English language, okay, all right. So we have to be careful, okay. Like I said, it says, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards. You seek it after when you go into these pharmacies, okay. You asking the doctor to give you this, give you that, okay, because you what? Seek after wizards to be defiled by them. You're defiled. That's why you can't never get get better. That's why people are continually sick in this society, in this last generation, because they have been defiled by wizards and people that consult with familiar spirits. That's these corporations, that's these tarot card readers, that's these people that do psychic readings, palm readings. All that shit is witchcraft, okay? And that's why you fucked up. That's why your life fucked up, okay? Especially these black women right now, they're using what? A lot of witchcraft, because they see that the end is coming, okay? And they're trying to hold on to what little power and money that they have in these times, all right? The Lord ain't playing with that, all right? So the Most High isn't dealing with that, all right? He's gonna put a lot of people to death, all right? Because of that, all right? You dealing with witchcraft, okay? And that basically also that he suffer not a witch to teach, okay? So I'm gonna read quick instance of Yahushua doing a regular sickness and healing of an unclean spirit, okay? So let's see. Hold on, Salakia, bear with me. Okay, so I'm reading from Luke 4:38. All right, so Yahushua left the synagogue and went to the home of Simon. Now, I'm reading out the New Living Translation, by the way. Now, Simon's mother-in-law was suffering from a high fever. Something simple, see? And they asked Yahushua to help her, okay? So he bent over her and rebuked the fever, and it left her, see? She got up at once and began to wait on them, all right? So she got up. She was healed, all right? He healed her of her fever. Something simple. Something that Esau tell you, go get a cough drop from. Some throat spray. Take an Advil. Take a Tylenol. Take a PM, okay? Take some flu medicine. Take some Tylenol cold and flu bullshit. Liquid gels, okay? No, you don't need that, okay? You just need to be healed by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, all right? At sunset, the people brought to Yahushua all who had various kinds of sicknesses, okay, and laying hands on each one. See? He healed them. Moreover, look, so he healed people with sicknesses, all right? Different diseases and whatnot. Moreover, demons came out of many people shouting. See, a lot of people got demons on them, okay? Moreover, you are the son of Yahweh, but he rebuked them and would not allow them to speak because they knew he was the Messiah, okay? See? So I basically just read that, just to give you, like, it's not, you don't need pills to be healed. You don't need this man's medication to be healed, okay? The prophets, GMS prophets and elders and bishops all the way down, these men, okay, once the turn up comes, once Yahweh gives these men power, okay, they're going to be able to heal you, okay? And a lot of people are sick just for the testimony that's going to happen from these men healing, okay, putting out healings and coming soon, okay? So, like I said, this society is through. Okay, it's totally through. You don't need to be on all this stuff because that is witchcraft. That is why you can't be healed. That's why the side effects are just as worse as the goddamn disease, or if not worse. Okay, because a lot of people have unclean spirits on them. And I read you right here, Luke 4:38. Okay, down to Luke 41, basically. All right. Most High, Yahushua healed them, okay? He healed them. He put hands on them and healed them. He ain't tell them to go to CVS and wait on their prescription or call the line to see if it was refilled. He ain't telling them to do no bullshit like that, all right? And that's coming back, okay? The healings and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is coming back through his men, his servants, his the 144, okay? They're going to be able to heal you or heal the people that are unbelieving, okay, so they can believe. So I just wanted to bring that out. With that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakak Radash. Shalom.